Well, for this week and the next few weeks, we're going to turn to the New Testament to find direction. And this week in St. Paul's letters, so in Romans 12, verse 1, he wrote, "I appeal to you, offer yourselves as a living sacrifice to God, dedicated to his service and pleasing to him. This is the true worship that you should offer." Well, we claim that we want to be followers of Jesus, but just thinking or talking about our faith is not enough. Like so many people here are already doing, in everything we do, day in and day out, let's demonstrate the Christian lifestyle. Living lives that are great examples to our family, to our friends, to our neighbors. Well, in verse 2, he wrote this great advice: "Do not conform yourselves to the standards of this world, but let God transform you inwardly by a complete change of your mind." Because you know what? It's really easy to succumb to this world of pressure. There's plenty of peer pressure, not just for kids, but for adults as well. And how many times do we hear of people who have been stretched past their limits? Verse 10, we read, "Love one another warmly as Christians, and be eager to show respect for one another." Rick Warren, in his devotion, "Why You Need a Church Family," he wrote, "Your commitment to a church is a visible sign that you follow Jesus, but it also strengthens you as a believer. When you meet with your church family, you receive motivation and encouragement from others, and you provide motivation and encouragement to them." Well, in yesterday's devotion, Warren wrote, "A church family helps you face life's problems." This is something interesting that he wrote. Right now, you're in one of these three positions. Either you just came out of a problem, you're in the middle of a problem, or you're headed into the next problem. Life is a series of problems that God never meant for you to handle on your own. That's why he built a support group of people around you, the church, who are right there in the fight with you. You're not alone. Now, when visitors come, greeting and chatting during coffee quickly displays the warmth of our church, when no one is allowed to sit alone and feel shut out. Verse 11, he writes, "Work hard and do not be lazy. Serve the Lord with a heart full of devotion." Well, these days, there are a lot of churches that are on the decline, and that's true of every denomination. I truly believe that one of the main reasons is because the people, and even worse, the ministers, are no longer motivated to work hard and serve the Lord with a heart full of devotion. They may have lost hope that their church can continue and prosper and grow by the grace of God. Now, this hopelessness and lack of direction, it can result in apathy. Not laziness, but questioning why put in the effort, and then decline becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. We're getting there. In verse 12, Paul gives us this piece of wisdom that's for people in all times. "Let your hope keep you joyful. Be patient in your troubles and pray at all times." Because in our personal lives, and in that as a church, we will have peaks and valleys. We will have crests and troughs. It's unavoidable. But how will we react? And we need to have patience and faith for today and bright hope for tomorrow, and to develop and maintain a wondrous way of living out our lives, not trying to face life on our own, but speaking and listening to God, not just on Sunday mornings, but every single day. Here's a really simple one, but meaningful. Do everything possible on your part to live in peace with everybody. When we listen with respect, when we think before we speak, and be sensitive to others, we may find alternative ways of doing things that can be for the benefit of all, and that is our common goal. God's wisdom, revealed to Paul through his letters, guides our lives and helps us to be a better church. And with Christ as our sure foundation, we have such great potential for the future, for which we say, thanks be to God. Amen.